We're back on We Found New Music from KX935 with Lincoln Jesser, who has a full-length out now titled Modern Color, and he just finished a tour with Mansions on the Moon. Welcome to the We Found New Music studio, my man.
Thank you for having me, my man.
All right,
It's great to be here.
It's been a year. You came through our studio with Tyler in the morning, but now you're finally back with We Found New Music. We've been supporting you all along, playing all your new tracks. We really dig what you're doing.
It means a lot to me, man. So thank you.
Absolutely, we're family, and that's what I like to do with We Found New Music. So let's see. So what did you just play for us?
We just did Something Right.
Something's missing in the heart. I can feel it when the days seem hard to start. People hiding in the dark. Wish that I could make them see we're not so far from a better way. Stars shining down your face. Right at the second you begin to engage with the real life.
Which is one of the first tracks I put out. Certainty, and the last one was Tops.
Sweet, and those are all off of your full length.
Mm-hmm. They're all off Modern Color.
Modern Color. All right, give us a little bit about your background, how you kind of got into this whole project.
Well, I've really, ever since I started making music, I came into the production side of it sort of at the same time. So I was kind of doing those two things in parallel, mainly guitar and writing songs on guitar and acoustic, and realizing, hey, you can do some crazy stuff with the computer. So when I was about 18 was when I really started focusing solely on the sort of more electronic-based music production, and I just got obsessed, and that's pretty much all I did, and it's all I've been doing. And yeah, but I think having that live band background, which is what I did through high school and even before that, has definitely influenced the way that I make music.
Sure. And now you've been releasing a single every few weeks or months, but now you finally have a full length. What does it mean to you to have a full length out, and talk about your release process leading up to it?
Well, yeah, a lot of the songs did come out ahead of the full length project as singles. So I kind of didn't really realize I was making my first album until I was about halfway done with it.
Right.
But they all sort of did have a cohesive feel because it was just a natural progression of what was going on in my life.
Say that you're sad, but don't say that you're sorry, 'cause I know that you're not, and neither am I. Tell me what you want, but don't tell me you need it if you won't guarantee that you're ready to try. Everything's speeding up, drinking straight from the cup, nothing's ever staying the same. We don't get a second chance, ain't no time for common sense, breaking through the physical phase.
That's what came out. And that's what I think an album should be. It should sort of encapsulate a period of the artist's time on this earth.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it sort of evolved very naturally, starting with my song Will Be Fine. I just put that out on the internet, didn't really think much of it, but I guess some other people did, and it kind of caught a lot of traction on the internet. So I'm very grateful to the good people at Hype Machine especially, and people like you, especially you, for like blasting that stuff out early. So
Yeah, I think the
means a
first
lot.
track we played of yours was Certainty.
How we even get here? I don't really know. But listen to me, baby, because I think I'm going crazy. And I just wanna know if you lay awake, as petrified as me, as petrified as me. Yeah, I just wanna know if you
and then I went back to We'll Be Fine, which I think was right before that, right?
People be sleeping on me, but they gonna learn. You feel
Speaking
me?
on sleeping of you, a blog we love and trust is Hilly Dilly, and it named Rolling Stone, which when I first heard it was a standout to me. That's off of Modern Color. They named that as one of the top slept on songs of the year. Tell me about that experience of seeing that on that short list.
Yeah, that felt great.
Yeah.
Hilly Dilly are good friends of mine too.
Mm-hmm.
Just from all the support they've shown to my music, and yeah, it feels good to be on one of those lists.
Yeah, what's Rolling Stone about?
Well, actually, it's fitting. I'm wearing my Bob Dylan shirt, which definitely did have a little bit of influence on that.
Yeah.
His song Rolling Stone, and it does sort of have something to do with that concept. I think about sort of feeling like you're in a rush to get to a certain place in your life, attain certain things that in reality aren't going to make you happy. It's really about appreciating what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I feel like I myself do sort of have that Rolling Stone syndrome where I just go through life and I'm always looking for the next thing, the next high, the next crowd, whatever,
Sure.
But really, the next thing is never going to make you happy. It's what's right in front of you and what you're experiencing.
Were the Rolling Stones one of the bands you were listening to growing up? What musicians?
I
did
mean,
you
I
listen
have
to a
mad
lot?
respect for them, but they were never a staple for me.
Mhm.
I was always more into of that sort of era. I guess you don't have to be a Beatles or a Rolling Stones person, but I
Right.
would say I was a Beatles person if you
Here.
had to pick.
Yeah. More electronics than the Beatles stuff too.
Yeah, they kind of fulfilled my
Tomorrow Never
my
Knows, for
trippy
instance.
cravings. You asked who are some of my main
Yeah, who are some of your influences? What artists did you listen to growing up?
Well, definitely from a very, very early age, The Strokes.
Mhm.
Julian Casablancas, huge role model for me. Their first Is This It? Their first album definitely changed my life. I don't think I realized before that the depth of emotion that music could really bring out in a person.
Sure.
Before that. And yeah, so they were huge. Radiohead was really big for me. And I've always been really, really into all the sort of first wave of 80s electronic pop, which people do sometimes. I don't really draw directly from any one of those groups, but OMD,
Mhm.
The Clash, The Cure, all those types of guys. Tears for Fears, I love all them.
Definitely.
And then sort of as I got older, I definitely was pretty deep into the whole dance music scene. I guess what's now referred to as EDM, I still call it dance music.
Right. Same here.
But yeah, I mean, I've always been really down for pretty much anything. But the Strokes were always kind of my role models growing up.
Cool. Now you just finished a national tour with Mansions on the Moon.
Yeah.
Literally, like the other day.
International.
International.
I have to say, yeah.
That's right. 'Cause
Correct you on
you
that
made
one.
it up to Canada, right?
We did, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that
Globe
experience,
spanning.
man.
This was, to be honest, is my first comprehensive tour for my
Seems
own
like
project. And I'm not going to lie, it was a blast. Every show was so much fun. It was great just hanging out with the guys in between shows, and partying after the shows was awesome. And just meeting all the people, it still really trips me out to have people come out to a show and approach me as I'm, afterwards if they see me and they're like, to have them reference tracks in a way that means that they actually listen to them outside of the actual show still trips me out. To know that I know that people are listening to it on the internet, but it's
Sure.
just weird to really connect the faces with the internet, and I love it. It's just such a good feeling.
Absolutely. It sounds like it was a very successful tour for you, and
Yeah.
it was a good fit, because Mansions on the Moon, they have kind of like that electronic pop sound.
Oh, and that's the thing, was actually before this was even a thing,
Mhm.
I had thought like, wow, we would really make a great tour together, because I feel like we both sort of are occupying a space right now that's sort of in between what's going on in the mainstream. But I think that if you came to one of those shows, that it was such a good, fun experience, and it's something that I just think.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound overly bombastic, but I really think that it's the place that music is going to, sort of a synthesis of the dance and human elements of things.
Couldn't agree more. We had one of our buddies play the LA show with you, Leland.
Oh yeah,
Did you get to check out his set?
Yeah, he's a great dude. I was very impressed.
over at the Lyric Theater. That's awesome. Cool. So what's next for you?
What's next?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Now that this tour is over, probably go to sleep for 3 or 4 days.
Probably, yeah.
No, but I'm just really excited to get back in the studio. I've definitely got a lot of inspiration from meeting all these people and doing those drives, and it was just very, filled me up with a lot of new ideas. So I'm excited to get them out.
Great. Well, where can people interact with you and find your music?
The Facebooks, the Twitters, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's all /Lincoln Jesser.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming into the We Found Your Music studio.